SLPB, Sensible Living Podcast and Blog, Episode 5. Michael McGregor here. We are in Red Friday. Yes, folks, it is a Red Friday and we are stuck in slow-moving traffic in 123 degree. Okay, it's probably about 100 degree Colorado. My car's temperature gauge is reading 123 degrees outside, or little thing. I think it's a little bit off, but I digress. Today's show, why I switched from tactical to gray man. So let's stay on the bug out bag thing here. I see a lot of people with their bug out bags. It's got Molly webbing all over it, Pals webbing, all that, laser cut webbing, all that good stuff. And it's multicam black, multicam desert camo. All those, look at me. I'm tactical. And that's what it screams. That bag is sitting there screaming tactical. So I used to do it. Don't get me wrong. I got a black 72-hour pack. It's got Molly webbing all over it and that in the back of my truck right here. That's not my bug out bag. It really isn't. Basically, it's not even really a get home bag either. It's carry my excess stuff. Now, I got some stuff that if I need to get home, if I'm in a bug out scenario, I got to get home. I got my hammock in there. I got my hammock quit. I got my straps, all that. I have fire, first aid. Well, actually, my first aid bag is, I actually have an EMT bag. So that's different because, just to slip into a different topic, I'm in my bug out bag right now. I'm driving my bug out bag. Okay, I don't just throw all my stuff into one little pack and say, this is my bug out bag. That'll be obviously for another show. Let's get a little bit more, smart about our bug out bag and what it really is. As you know my opinion about EMPs and all that. Okay, if it happens, it happens. I'm really more concerned about the smaller things. So, let's say, poof, something goes wrong. We're in lockdown. City's going berserk. People are starting to basically eat one another. I mean, not actual cannibalism, but, metaphorically speaking here. We're not actually talking about zombies. But you got to move. You got boots on the ground. You got to get out of town. And boom, you're stopped. Vehicle's you're not going to be able to go anywhere with your vehicle. You're stuck. Throwing on a tactical bag is going to draw a lot of attention to you. A lot. I lean more for the gray man style. I want neutral colors, earth tones. Obviously, I don't want big red, orange backpack. It's like, hey, look at him with the orange backpack. Don't want to be really noticed, but I don't want, people going, look at tactical man over there. So we're looking more at the gray man. Osprey makes a fantastic little 3-day, makes a fantastic 72-hour bag. And, they also make a wonderful hiking pack. I'm going to say it's 2,800 cubic inches. I can't remember off the top of my head because I'm actually driving. And so it's green and it's gray. And you can fit a lot of stuff in that bag. A lot of stuff. And it's got the outside straps and all that good stuff. And all that traffic was because an officer had someone pulled over. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, I digress. So the Osprey pack, it's got from the top, you can zip it open on the side, reach in through the side. It's a great pack. We will actually do a review on that bag because I find it absolutely incredible. It's one of my top purchases and it's on the list of top things to buy. Once we get our Amazon store up and running, and the Amazon store will actually be through 4570 Primitive Survival, which is like I said before, if you've tuned in, it's our kind of our sister company. That's where a lot of the reviews and your purchasing power or our storefront's going to be, is through that. So, but back to the tactical versus gray man. So the Osprey bag makes a wonderful gray man pack, and it's big enough to carry everything you need. So you don't want to be, 5'11 pants, 5'11 shirt, 5'11 belt. I have my army boots on. You want to blend in. You want to be wearing clothes and things where if someone sees you, you just kind of, wow, it's just somebody walking down the street. No one's going to even remember you. That's the concept of gray man. You just don't want to stand out. Throwing on that Alice pack. Oh, there's military bag. Military. He might be up to something. You're going to draw the attention. We want to avoid the attention getting. So you want to focus on, like I said, earth tone colors. If you want to buy, say, a rain fly that, say, is camouflage or something like that, or a little piece of camouflage tarp, so when you do get to the hills, you can kind of wrap everything up, boom. I'm not opposed to having a tarp that's camouflage. I'm not opposed to having camouflage. I am opposed to having that tactical look just screaming out at you. And, you're going to strap 5 guns to it. It's like, okay, now we're not even talking about a get-home bag or a bug-out bag. We're starting to talk about, I don't know, Call of Duty bag or something. I mean, give me a break. I mean, how many guns do you really need in this situation? I mean, I got people telling me, oh, you need to have 5,000 rounds of ammo in your get-home bag. Why? I'm just trying to get home. My car broke down. I'm just trying to get home. I'm not going to war with the National Guard here. Kind of think about that. Do I have ammo with me? Maybe. I ain't going to go outright and say what I have. But I got about 200 rounds. That's pistol ammo. We all know the saying about our pistol. Pistol is to get us to our rifle. So how much rifle ammo do I have? We won't say that because, yeah. So keeping on track with that gray man style, you want to be able to slip in, slip out. And let's say you get out of town, everything's cool, you find your little camp, you got everything set up. Let's say something happens down the road. Oh man, I got to get back into town. Oh, it's under lockdown or whatever's going on. Opposing forces. North Korea has taken over our local Walmart. Because, they're all going to take over local Walmarts. Oh, thank you, you're a nice guy getting over. So, they're taking over Walmart. I need to get into Walmart. You don't want to go in looking tactical. You really don't. I know it sounds sexy. We can live out our Call of Duty Red Dawn dreams here. We really can. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. So, you want to slip in unnoticeable. Okay? Stealth. Let's not think tip of the spear here, Let's start thinking more, the Army of Northern Virginia. Let's start thinking, the consummate professionals. Let's think about the surgical application. You want to go in with that surgical knife and cut a small opening, slip in, slip out, get it done. We're not talking about running in like Navy SEALs and just, everything's a nail and they're the hammer. They're the tip of the spear. You want something killed and dead. Boom, you got the Navy SEALs. You want a little bit more at ease, slip in, slip out, nice and quiet. We're talking, the green beanies here. Delta. We can even throw in, maybe some Red Cell. Okay? The Army of Northern Virginia. Those guys are some gangbangers right there. So, that pack also might only weigh 10 to 16 pounds. Okay? You start thinking about your pack. The heavier pack, the more energy you expend. The more energy you expend, the more water and more food you need. If you can move in with a lighter weight pack to get you in and out with the absolute bare minimal necessities to survive, you don't have to bring as much food, much water. Boom, you get in, you get what you need to get out. Okay? Covert. Gray man. That's what we're looking for. I am seeing way too much of a push of, oh, look at this great, wonderful backpack. It's it's a modern day Alice pack, green. It's got Molly, and people are slapping, bag after bag and ammo boxes and everything. And also, easy on the morale stickers. Easy on the morale stickers on your pack. Come on, think about it. You want to be sitting there putting all this advertising and, what you're going to put on your pack? Gray man, okay? You walking around with a sticker, sitting there, kill them all like God sort them out. Don't tread on me. I love those things. I love those stickers. I mean, don't get me wrong. Just don't. I love them. Punisher, love it. I grew up reading the Punisher comic books, okay? So, they're cool when we're not in a situation. Something happens, start pulling those morale stickers off. You really do. That is something that will get you noticed. Okay, so think about that. You want to be able to be unnoticeable. Gray man. Something, that type of stuff starts hitting. I'm not going to be wearing my cryptic Highlander with my Punisher. I wear this every day. Granted, I take it off. People might be wondering, hey, what's up? Your hat's missing. Who knows? But this also screams, hey, he might be a Second Amendment guy. He might be a risk if we're doing gun confiscations. And yes, I do bring up gun confiscation because I do live in the once wonderful state of Colorado, which has been taken over by opposing views of my current stance of the political nature. And they're passing, the gun confiscation law, or as many of us like to call it, the angry ex-wife, ex-girlfriend law. That all it takes is a little phone call and, you're going to get a knock on the door at 5 a.m. and they're going to take your guns. Some people call it a red flag law. No, it's not. That's gun confiscation. No due process. Your Second, your Fourth, and your Fifth Amendment rights are being violated with that. That's all I'm going to leave it with that, with the political. I'm trying to keep Sensible Living podcast and blog away from being political, but it's kind of hard to talk about, shift scenarios and not being political. So bear with me as the show progresses on. But your gray man bag. Light, easy, get in, get out, get to your camp. We could also go into having different storage bins for different scenarios, stuff like that, and maybe we'll touch that on a different topic. But when I first got into this, and that was probably maybe about 10 years ago, is when I really started thinking about prepping and survival and just being aware of stuff like that. And I started buying BDUs, MREs, anything, any old military stuff. I just needed, because that's how to do it. That's how we do it. And, as I've gotten older and more into it and talked to more people with more knowledge than I do, I've moved away from just buying all that Mountain House food, MREs, and started approaching it more on, there we go, shameless plug, a sensible point of view with it. You don't have to have all the military stuff. You really don't. Our great-grandparents, our grandparents, some of you are old enough that your parents survived the Depression, not with military gear, just by living smarter and canning and being aware and utilizing things. We as a people in this country have become too comfortable, and with comfortableness comes laziness because we don't can anymore. We don't garden as much as we should, and that's something that I personally am getting more into. It's hard in an apartment, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to do that, but I do what I can. That's another big thing about sensible living. Get out of the apartments, get property. They're not making any more land and it's not getting any cheaper. So, get your property when you can. Whether it be an acre to 3,000 acres, get what you can get. Because they're not making any more and it's not getting any cheaper. So just remember that. And just sorry I digress. I know I bounce around sometimes. It is a Friday, like I said. The whole tactical thing, you stand out like a sore thumb. People see you and they know. You know, hey, you slap the tactical stickers all over your vehicle, you know, Second Amendment, Mulan Labe, you know. Well, let me tell you something. I see that, first thing I think of is, you know what? They probably got a gun in the car. So if I'm in a situation where I might need to get a gun, I know where to look. I know what vehicle to go to first. So, you know, think about that. You're wearing a shirt that, you know, and I'm for it. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm wearing, you know, I'm wearing my Red Friday shirt. I wear this every Friday. 11 shirts. I love 9/11. I love Ranger Up shirts. Grunt style. I wear them. You know what? Let me tell you something. This shift situation, those shirts are coming off. I'm going to standard blue colors. You know, things starting to get a little shady. Tactical stuff coming off. You know what? Carpenter pants, cargo pants, not necessarily military BDUs. You know what? That's what's going to go on. You know, Carhartts. Carhartts are great, you know, shift scenario pants. They really are. So's the other one, Duluth Trading Company. Same thing, the fire hose pants. They are awesome. And it's something that I'd wear on, you know, up camping. They're durable. That's what you want. And they don't necessarily scream, tactical. So, you know what? Keep that in mind. And so you want to make sure that you keep your tactical stuff down to a minimum. I mean, come on, we want to try to keep it almost non-existent. I mean, you want to throw up a tactical camp and all that, and, you know, cover in with camouflage so no one can see you while you're kind of bugged out trying to get to, you know, your location. That's fine. I understand that. But when you're slipping in and out of the cities, you want to blend in. And that's one of the main reasons that, honestly, I've gone from tactical to gray man, because we want to make sure that we're unnoticeable. We don't want to draw attention to ourselves. Also, it's not necessarily you want to keep the attention from like an opposing force or, you know, the National Guard. You have other people out there that live on the concept and thrive on the whole concept that if something goes wrong, they're going to become raiders. I'm going to be a raider. I'm going to be a lone wolf raider. Yeah, good for you. And they, you know, whatever. They think they're Billy Badasses. You know, they're going to be raiders. They are looking to steal your stuff. Okay? And they brag about it on the forums. Okay? Well, you got other people, other groups in cities, especially the bigger ones. And we're talking, you know, gangbangers, cartel personnel, you know, cartel members, stuff like that. And you go walking around there looking like G.I. Joe, and, you know, you're running around Call of Duty here, you're a target. They want your stuff because they know what you got. You got guns, you got ammo, you got things that they need, and you'll be targeted. And you want to avoid being targeted by roving bands of gang members and stuff like that, because you got to remember, the weak are going to go to the immediate source of power and protection. And if the situation in the city leads people to believe that, you know, so and so gang is providing protection as long as we step in line, they're going to be going on bended knee. It's human nature, you know. That's one reason why I'm like, you start sensing something, get out of the cities as fast as possible. You don't want to be there. So you want that gray man so you can slip right out and not be bothered, and they'll just think you're nothing. Whatever. That's just Ted walking down the street, or at least I think it's Ted, and he don't have nothing. There you go. So, think more gray man. Try to get away from the tactical look. Try to get away from, hey, look at me, I'm a Second Amendment supporter. Hey, you don't want to draw attention to yourself. Drawing attention to yourself, that's bad. You know, I'm sorry, it's not like Facebook, you know, oh, give me more likes. Oh, I didn't get enough likes on this picture. Yeah, cool. That's a good thing. Now, granted me, I'm running a business. Yes, I want likes, I want interest. I want you to like, share, and subscribe to this video. Please comment. Let's get the word out for SLPB, Sensible Living Podcast and Blog. Let's help this grow. Okay, with that, you have a safe and happy weekend. I'm going to say something that one person said to me a long time ago. Don't add to the population, don't decrease from the population. Don't end up in the morgue. Don't end up in the news. And if you end up in jail, make sure you establish dominance immediately. With that, I'm out.